I feel like this is some of the best options for day packs. And I would say these are like, typically your front country. So you're, hunting from your truck or base camp day in, day out. It's a kind of a do-all pack for a day hunt with the ability with the load shelves to haul something out if you kill something.
Right. So what we got the Stone Glacier. This is the Approach 1800. Then we got the Stone Glacier Solo 3600.
Yep, and we do carry two brands. So I've got Mystery Ranch over here. For me, I've got the Mystery Ranch Sawtooth 45 on the end. And then I've got the Mystery Ranch Pop-Up 38. They also make a 28, which would be a nice day hunting pack, but just for the sake of the video, we're just gonna hit the 3800 because I think that's probably the better option, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then we're kind of just gonna break them down one at a time since this table's not big enough to fit all these backpacks.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky.
And we do get tons of questions. I mean, I would say that's probably the most commonly asked question we get in the gear shop is people calling in or sending in emails asking, what pack they should buy for different use case scenarios. So this one here, we have the Stone Glacier Approach 1800. So the 1800 in the Stone Glacier refers to the cubic inches. So that's the volume that you can fit within this pack. Total pack weight on this Approach 1800 is going to be about 4 pounds, 2 ounces. So just over 4 pounds. It's got a spotting scope pocket on the front, which is nice. 500D Cordura with X-Pack. So the interior material on this pack is this waterproof X-Pack material, which is nice for cleaning your pack. So you get some blood or gunk or whatever else you might have inside your pack. It's nice for cleaning. So two materials: X-Pack, 500D Cordura, 4 pounds, 2 ounces, and then total volume right around that 1800, 1900 inch range. Yeah, so 1,800 cubic inches, I think this is an excellent option for day hunting, so front country. For example, you and I went on a Montana mule deer hunt this year where we were just base camping and we were hunting from that every day. I think it's a great option for that. Like I said, I like the fact that it's got the spotting scope pocket on the front. That's a great feature because you're always packing down a spotting scope if you're day hunting.
And it's got this nice pocket right here to the front.
Yeah.
Throw a trekking pole in there.
Or your tripod, I think. You can drop the bottom legs of your tripod in there. That does come on the X-Curve frame. So the X-Curve frame, it's got 4 stays. So you've got 2 here that you can fill on the outside that run vertically on each outside edge. And then you've got 2, which, the namesake of the actual frame itself is the X frame. So you've got these 2 stays that go through the center portion of the pack to each quarter. So it kind of makes this X pattern along with the 2 stays on the outside. Those are molded carbon fiber stays, so they are solid carbon fiber molded stays. And you can see if you get a look at that, you get that curvature, which is the curve, right? So it kind of follows the hug of your back.
Fits real nice on the back.
It does fit nice on the back. Frame height on this, you're gonna get 26 inches, which is, we talk a lot about angle. So of your load lifters, once you get this thing loaded, completely with a bunch of weight, you got an out quarter in it. You want a decent angle on that load lifter, so as you pull that, it kind of lifts that load up off your back. So that's standard height on these X curves. It's going to be 26 inches across the board. As far as hip belts go, it's going to come in 3 different sizes. You have small, medium, large. Small, 28 to 30 inches, medium, maybe 31 to that 34, 35 inch range, and then you get into a large, 36, 37 plus. Just to note, if you're between sizes, we often recommend sizing down. So that's a question we get asked quite a bit is what size should I get if I'm in between sizes? The reason that you want to size down potentially is because as you load this thing really heavy, I know you've had 80 or 100 pounds on your back. And you really cinch that thing in tight against your hips. You want to have enough room that you don't bump up against the buckles, so you can see how this one's cinched completely in. If that's still too big, your hip belt's not going to offer you any
no
support, right? So you run out of room on your hip belt.
And that would suck.
Yes, you want to you want to have enough room that you can cinch that thing tight without bumping up against the buckle. All of the Stone Glacier X-Curve frames are going to have the load shelf, which is great for packing meat. You simply just pop this off. You dump the compression straps on each side.
Yeah, it's fairly easy once you do it a couple times and get used to it. It's a pretty easy
Takes a second.
easy system, yeah.
Yeah, it's not as easy. I mean, that's probably one of the pros of a Mystery Ranch pack over a Stone Glacier is it is easier to get to the load shelf on a Mystery Ranch pack. And I'll kind of touch on that as we go through it. But this one is fairly simple once you do it a few times. First time it is pretty confusing, right?
Yeah. The Stone Glacier's got a bunch of videos. We've got videos that kind of go over the process on how to do it. But yeah, once you do it a couple times, you kind of get it down. But yeah, it's a little tricky the first time, the first go around.
Yeah. One thing I like about the Stone Glaciers is the position of that load shelf. It does sit up off your butt a little bit higher, so the base of the pack, that load shelf sits about right here, which is great because it allows you to keep the weight up off your hips, which for me is nice because I can walk a little bit easier when I keep the weight higher on my pack. So I think that's an awesome option if you're looking for, a day hunting pack. So 1800 Stone Glacier approach.
Next up, we got the Mystery Ranch.
Yeah, Mystery Ranch. This is a kind of a unique little pack for them. As I said, this is the pop-up 38. They also have a 28, so it's a smaller pack without the top lid. This is actually a pretty cool pack and a kind of a neat idea that they came up with. Essentially what you've got is a telescoping frame here. If you can see this, you think about a trekking pole, right? You got flip lock levers on your trekking pole legs. All right, so as you open those up, you can see you got these little orange pull tabs. You're just gonna pop those each open. As you pop those open, you can actually extend the height of the frame. So let's say, you kill something, you wanna load this thing really heavy. The load rating on this, they say is about 80 pounds, which, it's quite a bit of weight, right? And you want to increase that angle on your load lifters to help you support the pack when you're carrying something really heavy like an elk quarter or deer hind quarter, something like that. You can use that pop-up frame to increase, that angle on that load lifter, which is a pretty cool little invention. Right. I like it.
Yeah. See, and it could be just depending on sizes of people, can accommodate to
to your height, right? So it's essentially a telescoping frame, which is cool. Also has a great little handle, right, for carrying that thing around.
Would you, if someone was asking you a question about that, would you recommend to keep it up the whole entire time? To fit you how it's supposed to?
I would say probably
or just wait till it's like a heavy pack and you need to move it up.
Yeah, I would say probably just wait, because again, this is a day hunting pack. I mean, at most, you're going to maybe have that thing loaded with 20 pounds, of your lunch and some gear, and maybe some optics and things. So it's not going to be super heavy. You keep it low. It's kind of nice because then it's out of the way behind you, as you're hiking and stuff. So I really probably wouldn't load it heavy and, get that frame telescoped up until I killed something.
Yeah, just wait till you have a heavy pack to move it up.
Yep. So this frame is, like I said, it's unique. It's the pop-up. Like I said, they do have a 2800 version of this. This pack is about 5 pounds, 4 ounces with the frame in the bag. It is 500D Cordura. A lot of these packs are going to be your 500D Cordura. Total cubic volume on this pack is going to be 2,300 and about 20 cubic inches. Great thing about this is you got the top lid. One of the things I like about the Mystery Ranch top lids is that you have the 2 chambers, which is great. You've got 2 zippered pockets on each one. Makes a great rifle rest if you load those things.
There you go.
It's got a little flap here in the front, which is pretty cool if you want to store some extra gear. This pack does have some nice little accessories about it. I mean, if you look at it, you can see you've got some little stuff pockets. You've got the ability to stuff a jacket in the front. The hip belt on this pack is not quite... it's not that 5-piece hip belt that I'm going to touch on some of their other packs, like the Guidelight MT frame. But, it's still a pretty comfortable little, forward assist pull.
Yeah. That's always the thing that I've liked about Mystery Ranch, is their hip belts are very comfortable.
They are super comfortable.
A lot thicker than a Stone Glacier hip belt. Very comfortable hip belts.
Yeah, a lot of padding in this.
Yeah.
I should mention that you can adjust the torso height on these, right? So they have this Velcro system with a plate. You just pull this tab, slide the sheet in between the Velcro and the outer portion of the pack, and you can adjust the torso height to get that to suit you. I should note on the Stone Glacier packs, similar kind of deal if you flip that over. It's got the shoulder harnesses that are Velcroed here, and you can just undo that Velcro, slide those up or down depending on your torso height. So those are adjustable as well.
And this pack has a load shelf as well too.
It does, yeah. You can see Mystery Ranch's load shelves. They kind of sit right at the bottom of the pack. So the load shelf is actually sewn into the bag itself here at the bottom. And then it comes in, links into the frame. So when you separate this bag from the frame and you load that with a hind quarter, the hind quarter is going to sit down to the bottom of the pack. Not necessarily a huge deal. I mean, I packed out elk quarters in a Mystery Ranch pack. Didn't have any issues whatsoever. But, you know, for me, I do like to keep that load a little bit higher up off my back.
Yeah, as we noted earlier in the video, getting into this load shelf, very simple.
Yeah, this one's super simple. It's actually even more so. I'll show you on the Sawtooth how easy it is to get to the load shelf on those packs.
That's basically just like these side buckles.
Side buckles, and then you have a buckle that runs the back here behind the frame. You just pop that open, that thing lays right out. Yeah, to get to your load shelf on a Mystery Ranch pack is literally, you know, 2 seconds. It's super quick.
And then what kind of same type of hunt you'd recommend for this pack as you did for Stone Glacier?
Yeah, I think this makes an excellent option for day hunting. I mean, I'm talking, you know, front country, mule deer hunting, antelope hunting. This would be an awesome
Antelope
option.
killer. I think Brady took that on antelope hunt when they sent us some prototypes. Brady used it.
Yeah, Brady had a Nevada tag, killed that big wonky buck.
With that.
Yeah, and used a pop-up pack. I think you'll probably see maybe some more, you know, iterations of this pack maybe in the future. It's a cool idea with that pop-up frame. I really dig that.
All right. So just doing some comparisons between these two, what would you say? We've got hip belt, a little bit thicker on this one than this guy.
Yeah, the padding's a little bit more robust in the pop-up, you know, in most Mystery Ranch packs.
It seems like to me Mystery Ranch packs are, in general, a little more robust than a simpler Stone Glacier kind of pack. More pockets, some more buckles.
Yeah, one thing you think about when you think about Mystery Ranch packs is that they are bomb-proof, right? I mean, sewn really well. I mean, the materials, like I said, 500D Cordura, they're built really well. We see very, very few warranty issues with Mystery Ranch or Stone Glacier packs for that matter. But yeah, it's just a burly pack, right? We'll get into some of the other options that they make, but they're just well built. And for the money you pay, I feel like you get good value in a Mystery Ranch pack.
Have that thing forever, for sure.
Yep. Stone Glacier, I mean, I like the frame height. Like I said, I get an extra inch on that frame versus some of the other frames. This one, like I said, it's telescoping, but you know, I do like the load shelf on the Stone Glacier packs and how it kind of sits up off the base of your hips. You know, either one of them you can't go wrong with.
No.
There's some pros and cons. Different price tags is of course something you got to consider. This one being the more expensive option.
And if you already have an X-curve frame, you could just buy the approach bag and put it on, right?
You can, yeah. So the X-curve frame, it's a modular system. You can buy another bag. So if you wanted to, you know, buy a Approach 1800 pack for day hunting, and then later you wanted to buy a Sky Archer 6400 and just pop that on the frame, you can do so and have a really nice, unique system where you can go from day hunting to, you know, maybe 3 to 5 day backpack trips.
So that's kind of a quick comparison between the Stone Glacier Approach 1800 and the Mystery Ranch Pop-Up 38. Now we're going to jump into 2 more good day packs, a little bit bigger in size. We got the Stone Glacier Solo 3600.
And this is the Sawtooth 45.
What do you got for us, Trail? I just like to let Trail talk because he knows everything. He knows all the questions.
Yeah, so the Sawtooth 45 is, again, a great little, you know, day hunting backpack. You probably could do an overnighter in this pack if you were pretty efficient. I would say it's big enough to do so. This Sawtooth 45 is going to come on their Guidelight MT frame, which is a beefed up frame over, you know, the pop-ups. So this doesn't have the telescoping frame.
Right.
It's a set height that's 25 inches. You've got carbon fiber rod stays on the outside of this frame, on the outside edge, and you have 2 interior ones, and then in between those you actually have these flat stays that go between them. Thing that it gives this frame is it gives it nice rigidity both vertically and horizontally. It's flat. You can see that there's no curve to this frame at all. But pretty well built and robust frame. I would say that this is their load hauling frame, the Guidelight MT. It comes with the 5-piece hip belt, so you can see the different 5 sections. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
You count that?
I can count it. And that, I would say, probably one of the most comfortable hip belts I've put on. The 5-piece.
Super comfortable hip belt.
Because I had what's the bigger, the 80, Sawtooth 80?
No, the Beartooth 80.
Beartooth 80. And they have the same hip belt, and I love that hip belt.
Yeah, really nice, comfortable hip belt. You get a good wrap. You have tons of foam padding. Good cinch, again, with those forward assist poles. And, you know, you get that thing cinched up and it stays put. So super comfortable hip belt and harness. That's one thing we probably didn't really talk about much is like this ergonomical shape of the harness that, you know, you don't get with maybe, you know, quite as much as you do with the Stone Glacier pack. You know, nice foam padding through the shoulder harness.
It's got the same adjustments as the pop-up with the...
Yeah, same adjustable torso height. Again, it's really easy, and we've got videos on that, but you just pull this tab. It's got a sheet, a plastic sheet that's inside this thing. You just slide that between the Velcro piece here that's going to separate the Velcro from the pack frame itself, and you can just slide this thing up or down. You've got marks here, which is kind of nice, so that you can keep track of, you know, where your torso height is. So once you get this frame set, though, it's not going to move, and it's going to be comfortable for you all the time. The Sawtooth bag itself, bag and frame, you're going to be 5 pounds 4 ounces, so just over 5 pounds. Total cubic inches on this pack is going to be around 2,700, you know, 2,746, I think is the actual number on it.
And I really like on this pack is the zipper where you can completely open it up.
Yeah.
Your pack, easy to pack, unpack, see everything.
Yeah, it's kind of a duffel, I would say. So if you lay your pack down like this, you need to get to your stuff. It's got this horseshoe zipper that just kind of goes around it. You can lay that thing open like a duffel. One thing about the Sawtooth that's great is that you've got some internal pockets. So you've got those pockets that sit on the inside of the lid here. You've also got a pocket here on the top. So if you're a guy that likes, you know, pockets, you like some organization within your pack without having to carry like extra little camp bags or something like that, this is a really nice option. While I'm talking about it, I'll just show you how easy it is to get to your load shelf on this Guidelight MT frame. So you got a couple of compression straps on each side. You just pop those open. Right here on the back behind the frame, you've got this little compression strap, and you just pop that buckle open. You know, you get these two.
Just pull up.
And you just pull these tabs up and over the frame, these, yeah. So you got a couple buckles down here at the bottom. You just loosen those to give you some slack. You just grab the corners here and pop that out, and you're at your load shelf.
Yeah, fairly easy.
Super easy. Again, the load shelf on these Mystery Ranch packs with the Guidelight MT frame, they're sewn to the bottom of the bag, and then you've got some adjustability here to lengthen that out to get you the width you need to load a quarter, you know, or however much meat you can carry. Yeah, load rating, I would say, you know, up to 150 pounds, probably more, to be honest. I've had some super heavy loads in these packs and never had an issue.
I wouldn't recommend 150. That sounds like an absolute backbreaker.
Yeah, real backbreaker, but it will handle it. I mean, we've had a lot of weight in these.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're durable packs, no doubt about it.
Yeah, this gives you a good look at the frame too. You kind of see how that thing's configured. You get the two middle stays, the two exterior stays, and then also those horizontal stays that just give that pack. You know, you've got a little bit of flex in it, but you also have good vertical rigidity in these things.
To me, like this pack over the pop-up 38, like let's say if you wanted to go on a quick weekend hunt where you're actually like camping off of your back, like this would be perfect for that.
Yeah, this would be a good option for that, like an overnighter.
Yeah, just out there for a quick weekend, got your camp with you.
Yeah, I would also say, you know, the Sawtooth 45 is probably a good day hunter, elk hunting pack where you're going to end up with a lot of weight on your back, or mule deer, you know, mountain mule deer hunting. Whereas the pop-up 28, 38 might be a good option for just like front country hunting, you know, mule deer, maybe antelope.
Yeah, because like we mentioned, this is a different frame than the pop-ups.
It is, yeah, different frame. This is definitely more robust. This is a heavy-duty load hauling frame over the pop-up. You know, pop-up load rating, 80 pounds. This one definitely, I would say, in that 100, 150 pound range.
So obviously, a very common question we get about any pack, and especially the Mystery Ranch, belt sizing. What do we got on this pack?
Yeah, so you're going to go, you know, typically it'll ride maybe a smidge higher than your jeans would, but you typically go with kind of your typical jean size. So you've got small, medium, large, and extra large in this hip belt. Small, you're in that maybe 26 to 30-inch range, 31-inch. Medium, which I would say probably most people are kind of in that medium large. Medium, you're probably 31 to maybe 35, 36-inch range. You move into a large, you're probably looking at that 35 to maybe 40, 38, 40. And again, if you want to look, we have these specs on the site in each product. And then the extra large, for guys that have got a bigger waist, maybe that 40, 42, even bigger, they can cover you with an extra large.
Nice.
So, yeah, frame height's going to be the same on all of, the Guidelight MTs, 25 inches.
The Mystery Ranch Sawtooth 45.
That's it. It's a killer pack.
The bivvy pack. So is that what they have on their website? What did they say?
Yeah, the king of bivvy hunting, they call it. So if you're overnighting it, spike camping it, it's a nice option. And then, like I said, for day hunting, I think it's an awesome. I always end up packing more stuff. So
right, for sure.
Yeah. I would say, for me, I'm thinking like late season, cow elk hunts, January time frame, where I've got jackets and probably puffy pants and, lunch.
You need a little more space.
Yeah, tripod, spotting scope, that kind of thing. I need a little more room. This would be an excellent option for day hunting, those late hunts.
Next up, Trail's favorite pack of all time.
I do love that pack.
The Solo 3600.
Yeah, the Solo 3600. So once again, 3,600 cubic inches. So it's a little bit bigger than the Sawtooth. It's a little more bare bones as far as like the actual pack itself. You've got a top pocket here. You've got a main bag compartment, and then you've got an internal spotting scope pocket. So it's just a sleeve essentially.
Yeah.
So you slide your spotting scope in there. But beyond that, it doesn't have like a lot of organizational pockets and things like that. This is a really nice like weekender type of backpack in my opinion. So you can day hunt from this, which is what I do typically. So yeah, I would say this is a good option for, bivvy hunting. So weekend guys, you've got 2 nights, maybe 3 days to hunt. You can get enough gear in this to definitely do some overnighters in it, but then it's also small enough and compact enough that you can day hunt out of it.
Yeah, you could probably get a couple more days out of this than
yeah, it's just roomier.
the Mystery Ranch.
For sure. Yeah, it's got a little bit more room. When you talk about specs on this pack, your 3,600 cubic inches versus 2,700 or so on the Sawtooth. Total pack weight on this, you're going to be 4 pounds 9 ounces. That's probably one thing worth noting is that typically Stone Glacier packs are lighter than the Mystery Ranch packs.
And that's usually like when anyone asks me like, oh, Mystery Ranch or Stone Glacier, like I say if you're a minimalist, you want to be light, you don't care about organization, like maybe Stone Glacier's maybe more towards you, but if you like organization, you like pockets, durability, and like overall maybe comfort, maybe Mystery Ranch could be a little more towards you.
Yeah, packs are like shoes, or whatever. I mean, they're like people are real particular about the thing that they like, But yeah, I would say generally speaking, your Stone Glacier packs are your lighter options. Mystery Ranch are a little bit heavier. They're also, pretty bomb-proof.
Right.
Not to say that these aren't, because I definitely think these are as well. I've had great luck out of the Stone Glacier packs, but the Solo 3600, it's going to come on the X frame, right? Again, carbon fiber molded stays. You got 4 of them in that X fashion, and then the 2 outside verticals. You get the mold, which is kind of nice. I do notice that, in my opinion. Like I like a molded frame.
The curve.
Yeah, that X curve frame does kind of go with your back, which I do like.
And like we mentioned earlier, if you just bought the X curve frame, you could throw the approach, the smaller size, on the exact same frame. And we sell the bags only too.
We do, yeah. That's exactly what I do. I mean, I've got a 3,600, and then I've got some bigger bags that I use when I'm backpack hunting for 7 to 10 days. And this is pretty typically my day hunting backpack setup. So that's your X curve frame, 26 inches. What else? Cordura. So Cordura, 500D Cordura, and again that X pack material on the internal portions of it, which is great for cleaning.
And then this zipper. I do like that zipper, kind of the U.
Yeah, I like that, especially like this. I need to get to my stuff. I just
Right.
open that thing up and fold it back. Yeah, which is great. You got compression straps up and down both sides. You got some front ones if you want to carry your bow on the front, which is great. And again, it's got that same load shelf. It sits up off the base of the frame a little bit. So this is a good option, I think. This is actually one of my very, very favorite packs.
Yeah.
I love this pack.
You're always wearing that thing.
Huh? Yeah, I'm
Always
always
wearing
wearing
that
it. Yeah. What else you got? Any other questions about it?
I think that's everything. Should we just hold them all up?
Yeah.
Grab the Mission Ranch ones. These are Trail's favorite day packs in the whole entire world.
They really are. I mean, I love a good backpack, right? Now's a good time to buy a backpack
Right.
too, by the way.
Yeah, so you were 1 to 3 days, you're thinking, with most of these?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be hard stretched to get 3 days unless you're loading gear between your load shelf and your frame on, either the Sawtooth or the pop-up. I would say typically these are, day hunting backpacks. The Solo, you could definitely do a night or two out of it. And then the Approach 1800, you're really looking at a day pack.
Nice. Yeah, so again, if you guys are looking for a day pack, this is kind of a quick comparison. We got the Stone Glacier Approach 1800, the Solo 3600.
Got the Sawtooth 45, and then the pop-up 38.
Next up, what do we got? The midday, the 3 to 5 day trips that you're looking for?
Yeah, which I think is most people, that's kind of the window. Like if you're a backpack hunter, you probably got maybe that 3 to 6 day window, I would say. Even for us, I mean, a lot of times we go in for 3 to 5 days and we think if we don't figure it out, we're going to relocate, right?
We're out of here.
We're out of here, hitting a new spot. So I think that kind of hits the sweet spot. There actually aren't, I would say there are very few people that I know actually that are pretty consistent doing like 8 to 10 day trips.
All right, next pack's up, 3 to 5 days.